Santi back again. We are going to talk about bats this Halloween week. I have bats on. I got a bat necklace, bat shirts, and bats hooked onto my crown, onto my black crown. All right, let's see what we're going to do with bats. You know, all these things occur, the feeling and the decorations during Halloween. So I was trying to touch some on each one to give us more of an understanding of what we're seeing. You know, we see all this stuff, and we have all these decorations, and we have all this stuff. And a lot of times, we really don't know what it means, you know? So I do a little research and play around with this stuff, and it's really fun. All right, well, you know how we see vampires and all that type of thing. This isn't really the case. You know, bats are rodent type. They do fly, but what they do is they fly to eat bugs. And ancient times, when they sat around bonfires, the Celtics, again, very ancient, felt that they were embodied spirits that came to visit them of the returning dead. It's the same thing about spirits of the dead. They saw the bats coming to eat the bugs, and that the bats were, alerting them that those were the spirits of their ancestors there to give them messages. Bats work through echolocation, which is a type of radar. I don't know if I said that right. They're pollinators, just like my bees are. They have excellent eyesight, and they're harmless and very beneficial. They're beneficial because they pollinate, which gives us food, and they are good pest control, eating the bugs and so forth. Some of their lifespans are 25 years. The big ones, like the fox, they're called foxy ones, are very large, and some of them have a 6-foot wingspan that could be very intimidating. But there's different types of bats all over the world. And it's not a rodent. I said it was a rodent, but you know, I don't think it is. I think it's a form of a mammal. And I think science is trying to decide that, but I do believe that it is not really a rodent. It is associated with the supernatural forces, just like all the other stuff is. Now, I have a card here, and they recognize the vampire as emotional intelligence. It's because the bats are quite smart. They're not dumb. And they know what they're doing, unlike a lot of people. But if we use our emotions in a dumb way, I mean, we fall for everything, and we don't need to be sad. We don't need to be upset. We need to separate ourselves from those negative, dark emotions. Let me pull some other cards here on this, on the bat. I don't really think they ever really attack anybody. I mean, maybe in the history sometime they had, but they're not really blood-sucking people things. They're really cute, and they are good luck in feng shui and to have around you in your yard. And some people put up like bat houses because they're very good luck, and they do pollinate, and they do eat bugs. So it's all crap. It's more illusions about what bats really are. And it was fun for somebody to come up with this. And of course, they roam around in the dark. And what do we say about darkness? However, they're always seeking the light. That's why they flew to the bonfire. And that's part of it. You know, they live in the dark, but they're seeking the light. And that's just the species. That's just who they are. All right, now I found this card here, and it's also under the crow cards or the raven cards, and it's called direction. They totally know what direction they're going in. They're smarter than we are. We don't always know the direction. We get lost both ways, mentally, physically, socially, and in every way. We get lost a lot of times, and we lose our direction. And these people know what, I don't know what to call them, birds, rodents, mammals. Mammals know exactly what they're doing. You know, in a lot of ways you wonder why we think that we're always the smartest things because we don't listen to our instincts and our intuitiveness and our radar like all these other creatures do. If we learn how to do that, can you imagine how it would be on this earth? All right, let me pull another card from that deck. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay. It says wrath. W-R-A-T-H. I interpret that as when you're all confused and you're goofy and you're not nice. That's the wrath you're putting out on others around you, and it's not necessary. But guess what? That's going to come back to get you. That's the anxiety, the confusion, not knowing your direction, and all those type of things. You can't make choices. You know, this is what you end up being. You're in this circle of craziness, you know, and so many people are. I'm going to pick another one. And of course, when things happen to us that we don't like storms and other things, a lot of people get worse if they're not working with their inner self. Here's resistance. Now, this guy's flying, and it looks like he's going to fly through wind in a storm. You know, you make your own storms. You don't need to have the resistance. Remove the resistance. Just take it easy. Take a little bit at a time. One step at a time, just like a baby does. Learn from the small children because they're showing us a lot that we can use in our daily lives. All right, let's see what we get from this other deck here. All right. This is kind of the witchy fun deck. They're all positive decks, by the way. They aren't negative. And it says here, Vail. And none of these are pre-picked. I just pick them now. And then I intuitively interpret what I think it means plus what I channel in. There again, the veil is here. It's thinning down, and let's make the best of it. Let's utilize it to transfer all the positive energy that we can to put out there. Everything to help ourselves, to help others, and think. You know that everything that you think and say can materialize and manifest into things. I'm going to talk about some stuff like that in November, about manifesting and how every single thing carries energy. All right, now let's see this deck here. And let's see what we have in this one. Okay. To add to this day, all these things are not accidental. They're for a reason. When a card comes up, they're for a reason. It's nothing that's planned or anything. This is called fulfillment. It's a full cup. It's a chalice. And there again, only you can fulfill your own cup. And when your cup is fulfilled and you fulfill yourself and it's full of wonderful, positive things, then it can overflow into everyone else. And there it is. I mean, we keep getting what we need when we ask on the particular subject. All right. My arms need to be longer. All right, let's ask the deck of the steampunk again. And let's see what the steampunk says in the tarot. It says 3 of Cups. It says, you know, that is getting together, celebrating, being happy and joyful, and having your full cup. You know, I feel like a lot of this negative is going to be leaving us, or is leaving us, and this full cup is right around the corner, and the celebrating. And I pray for a brand new good new year in 2023. And I know I've been sending a lot of light out to everybody, especially the storm victims or any other victims that we have. And so that's what I've been doing. Let me pick one more. And then we'll call this one done. And remember your bats. They're good people. They're They're okay. You know, they really are. Okay, and I got a yes card. I got the Ace of Wands, yes. Positive energy moving forward. Do your creation and get it going and move it. And your cup will be full and overflowing, and you will be blessed. I thank you so much for this session. I do hope that you watch these, that you get others to watch. There's a lot of meanings. There's a lot of things that come to me intuitively, and I have a lot of guides that help me channel and help me do readings and help me with everything. Believe me, it's not just me. I'm just a person. It's the spirit world and crossing into the veil all the time, not just a Halloween for me. I thank you so much. Be buzzed, be spiritual, be blessed. Talk to your ancestors. Send love to everyone. And I'll see you soon. Amen.